Professor Gray. It's Hannah. And I'm finally, I know this is like cutting it close to the deadline, but I'm finally getting this to you. The 5 zombies that I've killed and or fended off in college. Because obviously I've not killed the procrastination zombie. So, here we go. It's me. I do everything in this presentation. It probably shows, but let's just get right into it, why don't we? First up is Sarah the Sleep Schedule Zombie, one that I didn't expect to encounter in college, but one that I also already had a really good handle on. I already, for my current job that I have, I usually have to wake up at 6 a.m. every day anyway, and that is just also translated to me waking up 6 a.m. on Saturday, and for the entire morning getting chores done, let that be homework or work or other stuff. It's just been my life, really. So just by keeping my usual nightly routine of showering at like 6, 7, feeding dogs, taking some time to wind down, and going to bed at like 9, it's helped keep me going through college and not act like a zombie. I'm good. I got the sleep under control. So, next up is Danny the Distraction Zombie, one that we've all encountered. One thing that I particularly found was having background noise. I listen to a lot of podcasts while I work at, like, my job, again, and it helps keep me productive. I don't know why, but listening to people talk about random subjects, it helps me not think about random subjects too long, so that way I could focus on my main subject. I don't know how else to describe it, other than it just makes different parts of my brain work better to have some background noise. Let that be music or a bunch of people talking about random stuff. Like, I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts. I will listen to a lot of cryptid podcasts. I listen to just a lot of kind of horror stuff, I'm not gonna lie, and it just keeps me on my toes. Keeps me aware. Keeps me here, you know? It just assists me. Next up, Isabel the Impulse Purchase Zombie. Not one that I feel a lot of people encounter in college, but I certainly did. Specifically because I drive out to college every day, or every other day, and my impulse purchase that I usually buy is food. I buy a lot of fast food. I'm hungry, I'm out there anyway, and I know that there's no, like, place to eat when I get to my hometown. There's, like, 2 places to eat out here, and they both kind of suck. So the reason, the methods I've used to slay Isabel is by simply driving home quick enough, but still obeying laws, speed laws. I've not broken any speeding laws as far as you are aware, and I'm legally allowed to tell you. But by getting her home as quick as possible out to the middle of nowhere has kind of pumped the brakes on me being like, oh, I can go get food. Because then the urge to stay home and not go out and get food, or the pain of going out and driving somewhere to get food, overpowers the I want food, or I want to buy something from town while I'm out here. It's a good method, just acting before your brain can think about it. It sometimes is really good. So there we go for that one. Maya the Meeting New People Zombie, one that we've all encountered, one that I personally have problems with. In all facets of my life, I hate meeting new people. They scare me. But you know, sometimes it is just better to go out and do it. I started small with talking to my crewmates, my workmates, and it's helped. It's honestly just helped introducing myself and putting it out there. It might not be a lot, it might not be going out and hanging out with them like every other day, but it certainly helped me address the fear of at least meeting new people and at least socially interacting with people. making it a little bit easier on myself without having a panic attack every time. That speed friending thing that you made me try out is actually kind of how I ended up in a new Dungeons and Dragons group. I met some people, they're into D&D. I said, hey, I play and I've been looking for a second group, and they're like, you can just join us. And I was like, okay, sick. This is how normal people make friends. So, who would have thought talking to people about similar interests gets you friends? It's a bizarre concept to me. And finally, the big monster himself, the big bad, big boy, Peter the procrastination zombie. He is the one that I'm not slain. But can anyone really slay the procrastination zombie? I mean, he says pro right on his shirt right here. But the way I have found particularly to stop this certain zombie is I have 5 stacks of sticky notes on my desk that I use to just write my list down and stick them to every surface that I know I will look at every day. I have some on my tablet, I have some on my computer screen, I have some on my wall, I have some on my calendar. I think I have like 2 on my bathroom mirror, because just past me bothering myself until it gets done, it helps. Listen, it just helps to know. It's like having a mom that's reminding you of everything, but you actually want to listen to this one because it's you, and you're not going to fight with yourself, are you? Yeah, I don't think so. So, it's also good to, train myself like a golden retriever. Whenever I do a good thing for my career, for my student life, I reward myself like a little treat. I go out, maybe get a milkshake, or like just give myself like a solid hour to play Fortnite or something. Just really Pavlov myself into thinking that doing work is good. And then once work is done, I can do more fun stuff. If it can work on my miniature schnauzer who has 3 brain cells, it can work on me who has 4. So, that's how I've conquered this one, and that's how I've conquered at least 5 of my college zombies. I have no idea how many I'm going to see in my life, but it's at least these 5 that I have helped with. So I thank you for the wonderful class, for the wonderful things I've learned about stuff like this. I didn't expect this to be a class, actually. So taking this class has certainly assisted in preparing me for what college is actually like. So I thank you, Professor Gray. I hope you have a wonderful summer break, and I hope that, I don't know, I hope I do well because of your advice. I'm rooting for myself because you rooted for me. Let's leave it at that. That's inspiring. So, bye, Dr. Gray. I had fun. Enjoy yourself.